Hello, 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 and welcome to Beauty Pioneers. Tonight, we are going to be going over the business side of the beauty world. And of course, last week was really, really great. It was really a great, great live. The only thing is that I realized because I'll share these videos so we can kind of like expound on it. But what I realized, I'm like, oh, if it had the music, YouTube is like, no. So we didn't get the views that we wanted because of that. So Don will be joining us shortly, if not in a few. But I'm really, really excited about this because, we kind of tap on the whole beauty world and we talk about like what we don't do. Like we always focus on the negative. I feel like, you know what I mean? But it's so much negative that you got to point it out so people can understand, like, hey, it's not cool, hairstylists and stuff. But I kind of like this live and this video because it's more so exposing and enlightening a lot of you. Because one of the things that we have to realize, a lot of times we're telling you like, oh, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. However, no one's telling you how to get the bag, how all of this works, you know what I mean? And so this live is really, really important, not just to the hairstylist, but also the clients. Now, it's things that hairstylists probably don't want you to see, but they're going to have to see because it was made public anyway. But you get to understand the dynamics of how things should be and how things should not be. So I'm going to go ahead and just start the live and do what I need to do. I'm going to go ahead and go into a video that I thought was really, really cool. Hold on real quick, guys. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, so I want to put on this video. I'm trying to make sure Dawn is here, but if she's not, then she's just not. I know me, I just keep moving. But I always start off with in bad hair. Hold on real quick. Let me see which one I want to do. And bad practice news. So we'll go ahead with the bad practice news. I'll start off with this one. Give me a sec.
When I tell you this is so messed up, this is so messed up. Somebody actually super glued her quick weave to her head. Imagine having a cap stuck to your head and it hurts to try to get it off. That's crazy. You just know your hair is gone. Oh my gosh. And the only way she can get this off of her head for real is acetone, oil, or conditioner and water. And she's gonna have to let the conditioner and water or the oil sit on her head in order to properly pull it off. This is crazy. How could a real stylist do anybody like this? Like, hair gone, that's it. Jesus Christ.
Y'all see that? It's like, oh, hey, Don, hold on. Did I get you on? Hold on, add to the stage. Hey, pretty lady. Can you see me? Please tell me you can hear me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can't? Can you hear me? Because if you're not, that's your thing. Hold on.
Lee,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No.
Girl, that's your volume.
This is
Turn it up on the
my
side.
volume is up. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to hear me. Hello, hello. Okay, so that video that I just showed, it was showing the client that the hairstylist had super glue on They super glued it on. Hold on. Yeah. So they super glued her hair on. So that is in bad practice news, guys. So we're gonna go with another bad practice news and see. Hopefully, Don get that thing together. Hold on, it's another one.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and wash my client hair. Oh, ma'am. No, I was telling you. Do you mind getting off the phone? I'm finna wash the hair. I'm almost done. Okay, but no, I need you to get off the phone while I'm trying to wash your hair. Your phone gonna get wet. It's not gonna get wet. Yes, it is. You can't wash my hair while people on the phone? No. Oh, man, please, can you? I never heard of that before in my life. Okay, but I need you to get off the phone, or we're going to have to reschedule your appointment. We're not rescheduling because I'm already suited up and sitting back. Okay, but I'm trying to wash your hair, and you are disturbing me. I'm not. You can wash the hair. I mean, what you... Your phone is going to get wet, and I'm not going to be responsible for it. Because... Reschedule it. Okay, well, then you need to get off that phone. I'm going to get off the phone. Just give me like 2 minutes. No, I'm not going to wait for 2 minutes. I got other clients waiting. I know. It's because I'm here early. Okay, you was here early, but I'm trying to get you in and out. I got 2 minutes. I'm just going to tell her something. Okay, you know what? I'm not about to deal with it.
Can you hear
I
us?
heard something and then the mic went out.
It's on your side. Can you hear now? All right, guys. So y'all see, y'all. So bad practice is not just the hot hairstylist too. Now we got some real bad. Well, I've seen some real bad clients because as we go through the videos, you guys are going to see Dawn must be dropped off again. She'll come back, but you're going to see where there is that you will understand when you hear me, guys, when I say like I don't hairstyle clients will come into and they'll get a consultation from me, and then they'll be thinking like they auditioning me or like they trying to see whether or not they want to go with me. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't know if I want to go with you because not everybody is for you, and I'm not gonna be haggling and trying to convince someone to pay for a $65 hairdo when I know that a $65 haircut is a normal thing, right? So for me, you guys get a chance to see the clients that Dawn and I have, and also you get to see. Hold on. Mike settings. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. John, can you hear now? Please tell me she can hear now. Please, Lord God, please fix this mic. Can you hear? Dang, she's still.
Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
I don't know what that's about.
I'm screaming over here.
Yeah. Trying to edit. I know it's not on our end.
Check the mute button.
Edit mic settings. Yeah, mic settings is good. So I'm not really sure, Don. But I'm gonna keep going with it. It's something on your side. I don't know what you did last time, but she was able to fix it. Hold on. Okay, y'all. All right, I'm sorry about that. So that is in bad practice thing. Did y'all see the fact that this lady was like, you can't wash no hair when I'm on the phone? No. And you shouldn't even be on the phone. As a client, you should be sitting there saying, wait a minute, let me call you back. Let me, relax or whatever, because this my hairstylist is about to do my hair. But let me tell you where I saw the wrong in that. I saw the wrong in the fact that the hairstylist, if she would have did the consultation, if she would have had a consultation and everything, she wouldn't have had to tell her about the rules and different things like that. She would have just had to be like, hey, you need to get off of this. You need to get off. either you're gonna get off or you're gonna have to remove yourself. And I'm not putting up no rules up on the wall for you to read that. I'm just gonna tell you right now is your and my time. Now, normally clients are the ones that are complaining about us, the hairstylist, being on the phone, and also complaining about like wanting to have that me time with their hairstylist. So there you are, an intimate setting that's going on. It's a time for her to get her relaxed and chill and things like that. And the lady is like, she don't want to be on. She want to stay on the phone and keep having this conversation. I got 2 minutes, and you can't wash hair with that. And like she's saying, that's a liability. Don, can you hear now? No? Oh my God. Now this is crazy because y'all know Don is the one we need on the doggone thing, because this is actually her thing. Hey Jermaine, how are you? Don, wait a minute, she can't even hear.
I still can't hear you.
Don can't even hear. You can't make this stuff up. So that is my point exactly. The fact, Don.
It says you have your mic off.
What?
It says you have your mic off. Your mic?
No, it's not. I checked.
It says your mic.
I checked.
No.
It. No, it's yours.
Can you hear me?
It's you. Yeah.
My mic is on.
It's not us at all. The mics is on. Everything is fine.
Okay.
Jay, can you hear me?
Let's see.
You can hear me. You can hear me? Yeah. It's your side. I don't know what she done turned off. I can, okay.
Okay. That's the mic button.
You can hear us both. You can
and
hear
that
Don?
Is recordings.
How the heck you can hear us both? Jay? Hold on. How? So that must be mine. Okay, when she come back, I'm gonna check the volume again. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. Dang, I can't hear Don for nothing. She sound low. I think she need to push it up. Hold on. Boy, it's gonna be a good show, y'all. I swear. They don't want us to be great. Don just said your mic is off. My mic is off? My mic not off. Oh, there she go. There go Don. She's loud and clear. Edit mic. Oh my God, you can't make this stuff up. The mic is on. I don't know. Hold on, let me add her. Please, Lord. Jay, who is she loud and clear? Am I loud and clear, or is Don loud and clear? Oh, she done got off again. All right, so I'm gonna continue on this. Okay. Add to the stage. Woo!
Jeez.
Was it my side or is it you?
Girl, the button just said, the volume just went up. It wasn't before. I thought it was up. I don't know, honey. This crazy ass phone.
Woo! Hey, I miss my friend. You still in the Bahamas?
I am still here, child, in the back room in my room.
What?
That still look the same. My auntie was like, girl, you home.
That's the house you used to stay in?
No. This is my aunt's place, but she's like, girl, you home.
Oh, Lord. No, you tell her we need you to come back.
So,
we need you to come back.
So I'm here. The room need a little work. So I just like kind of just took it in. We still working.
Real quick.
Yeah, the back area. If I open the door, I could just go right outside, but you can hear all the noise. Beautiful back porch. You
been eating? What you been eating?
No, girl. Well, I've been trying some really new restaurants. It's an Italian restaurant. You know, my husband loves to dine out. So we tried it's a lot of Italian restaurants here. So of course we did some, local Bahamian food.
Conky
But
Joe.
huh?
I know you went to some restaurant that got Joe in it or George.
Really?
Yeah, normally it's always like a Conky Joe's or something like that. Y'all didn't see that? Y'all ain't had that?
Oh, like Kunky Joe is the a mix, like a no. When they call you a Kunky Joe, that's a mixed race person. That's like a white person.
That's a restaurant that we used to go to over there.
Oh, it's not here no more.
Oh, maybe because of the hurricane. Yeah, it was
Oh.
called Conky Joe's. I didn't know. I never that. It's a mixed race. I didn't know that.
Yeah, girl, it was maybe like, oh no, that's a like when you see a mix. A white person, they call him a Kunky Joe.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so you just been like just enjoying your life right now. Just enjoying life.
I've been working.
Listen.
We have the games tonight. It's a week long of tournaments. So to get today, and they play on Sunday. So today, it gets really hot. The weather is bipolar because it's cold, it's chilly in the morning. It's really cool. It's like California weather. And then of course when the sun's up, like around 10 o'clock, it's beaming. So it's really hot. So it was a lot of people at the beach today.
Well, Dawn, everybody is in the Bahamas, just for you guys, if you wasn't sure where she was. Now, Dawn, it's going to be a cold front tomorrow. Tomorrow is supposed to be in the 40s in the morning, and the high is 5 in Miami. I said, you can't. I would have sent all the way. I think it's like that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, we back in the 80s. I was like,
really?
Love us a hater. But I love Miami, but just love us. It's just like, we like this.
Yes. Bipolar weather.
Bipolar weather. But
yes, indeed.
So, we got to be cute. But anyway, so I was pulling stuff. I saw it say Tuesday morning, but I just looked at the weather thing on what's called it. It say tomorrow.
Really?
I thought it said Tuesday. Yeah, that Jay put up there. It say Monday.
Hey, Jay.
Can you see the comments?
I can't see the comments.
You know why? Because I sent you over a week ago as an admin. You ain't accepted yet, child. That's why.
So how accept the admin?
You just hit the link, accept. Be in the Jay and his wife, they're going on a cruise. He just said I'll be in the Bahamas. I think he said he thinks Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's up, child.
Girl, they got 5 cruise ships in here. It's been 5 lately. Like I didn't really look today, but yesterday it was like 5 cruise ships. There's so many people here. Bahamar is like 97% booked out. But we have a late night dinner. We headed to the jazz room once we finish up.
All right, so let's get on it real quick. So
let's get into it. Yes, ma'am. Enough about my problems.
I pulled no, you ain't got no problem. I pulled what I thought that would be helpful for your conversation about the whole what's the thing about business. So this one that I'm pulling now is going to be with this lady. I kind of did a variety of things so people can see like a Black woman. And one of the things I wanted to do too that I did was I pulled from different areas, because you know how we talk about you can make money in different areas. I did that as well. Like I try to put like so you can see the money that they make in colorists and all this stuff. So hopefully this will help. So I'm gonna go with the first one, this Black girl, what she says. And even though it's not talking about salon, it made sense with what she said. And I'm gonna go into the next one.
One of the CEOs of the gathering spot, he said it and it stuck with me. He was like, a lot of the problems are with minority entrepreneurs is that we build businesses that can't employ people.
I'm set.
And he was like, that's the problem, because we go get boutiques or t-shirt lines or all these, run ourselves like wicked and ratchet and all that. And then we can't employ somebody. So if I have a t-shirt screen printing business and I get carpal tunnel, I've held all my secrets to myself. So I was like, when I pass away, if I pass away tomorrow, what's going to happen to TLJ Agency? I had to put the systems in place.
You have to put systems in place.
But like, if I can't replace the roles and the jobs and the descriptions or put systems and things in place that my business can work without me, I'm going to forever be in my business. But that was the problem. He's saying like, you need to make a business so that it's able to employ other people, because that is how you sustain.
And
comment on this? Because I thought that was really cool what she said, and it kind of coincide with the topic of hairstylists and business. But I wanted you to start it off.
They're absolutely right. That's why our business fails, because we don't pass the job on or the assignment on. That's why we're burnt out, and that's why we're tired. You have a booking system, you have a receptionist, you have a shampoo girl, you have a janitor, you have a manager. Those are 4 jobs within itself. You know what I mean? So a lot of times when we try and do all of those jobs, we shortchange ourselves in focusing on the job that produces the money to hire all those people, right? So I
Right.
could teach someone to shampoo your hair. So like if I'm not there, if I'm running late, I already have 5 clients waiting. My assistant has already had them shampooed, prepped. One is under the dryer. She's doing roller sets. She's doing track downs. You know what I'm saying? She's not completing the styles, but she's she's assisting me along the way. And
Right.
so instead of me doing 30 and 20 anywhere from 20 to 30 clients, servicing them by myself, I have
Right.
like 4 people that will help me, service those clients. And it's enough money for everybody, because
Right.
it's impossible for me to do 30 people by myself. Take down, braid, shampoo, blow dry, the whole gamut. And I found that my salon back then flourished with that system. We kept a shampoo person. I was trained as a shampoo person. That's how I got my experience. I was hired
Right.
as a shampoo person. My mentor, I learned how to take out the extensions, how the extensions were installed. No, I didn't do the extensions because she was back then. She was charging $1,200 for extensions,
Oh
right?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was able to get a free class, right, on how to do installs from back then, all different types of installs before I actually got a client in the chair. So when I came out of beauty school, I was more advanced than most of the students because I had this hands-on training within the salon. And of course, when I opened my salon, I hired girls that had different skill sets. One was an excellent braider, one was a great weaver, one was a colorist, and it was just a collective of different talent that just flourished in the salon. We just iron
Love it.
sharpening iron. So yes, I agree with the young lady. We tend to take on all those services, leaving us drained, and we can't really focus on the craft, right? Because that's why everybody wants us. They want us, but we spread ourselves so thin trying to do all these different services and things.
That's so true, Don, because and
Mhm.
I think that's part of what the what is it, like the root, but the cause when women want to go into, well, not women, but hairstylists want to go into a salon suite so they can be
Right.
by themselves on their own island, and they can do,
Hmm.
but you're doing everything, and then you'll find yourself burning out behind that because you cannot do everything. And that this here, I wanted to start it off like that because I want women, and not saying women because I'd be doing as a licensed cosmetologist, but I want hairstylists to understand where you think you holding the money and you know what I'm saying, you doing
Right.
everything, you're actually limiting yourself and you're limiting your business and you're limiting your money. So
Hmm.
this live is something, if you're a hairstylist and if you are a client, both of you want to be able to watch this because you guys get to see behind the scenes of how to put together a successful business as a cosmetologist. It's more than just the customer service and those different things. But I'm glad, Dawn, you touched on everything. And what Dawn said when she said had a colorist, she had a person that did weave, she had a person that did braids. You know why? It added to her business. And
Hmm.
she wasn't limited like a nurse or a doctor, JC. Yes, she
Yeah.
wasn't limited to her to just doing hair. And that's why when we say a lot of you, especially our Black hairstylists, you limit yourself, because what the trend is a quick weave. The quick weave bob is a new thing, and that's all you know. So being the advantage of being in a salon too is, like she said, is a colorist. We may know how to do color, but a colorist, that's her. She's a master at it, like a
Right.
master hair cutter. Don, I'm going to tell you, we need to talk. You need to put a class out for haircutting, because these women do not know how to cut, except with the shaving thing from the beauty supply store. I'm like, oh my God. So that being said, but I just want to bring that out. So very, very excellent point, Don. I used to take my baby to Don. Oh, Don used to do who? Jayla and Ashley, or just Jayla, Jay? Yeah, he said he used to take care of his baby to you, Don. Don
Yeah,
been in the game, honey.
girl,
King
I
is
got
talking to baby.
I got some generations.
Come on.
I serviced 3 generations already. The mama, the grandmama, and the
Come
granddaughter.
on. Dang. That's beautiful though. That's a beautiful
Yes,
thing. So
it's a blessing.
now I'm going to show you guys how a salon owner, this is how the mindset is. And I don't want you to take what we're showing you as a negative. I want you to learn from it. And if you can change your business and it can help, let it help you. And I know Don gonna be able to identify with this lady. Hold on.
Nobody told me this before opening a salon, and it almost cost me everything. So first and foremost, numbers. If you don't know how to run a spreadsheet, know how to balance a checkbook, know how to budget, know what a profit margin and where it needs to be at, you have to focus on those things, because the reality and the truth of salon ownership is that they have minimal profit margins compared to other businesses. We have a very high overhead. When it comes to having employees, if you are paying them 50, 60%, typical businesses run on a 40% profit margin to be successful. We are more like the average is 8. Payroll tax is huge. My first 2 months of opening my salon, I incurred an extra $8,000 per month in payroll tax that I did not expect. So that's one of the big things. Like, that's just for example. We pay a lot in payroll tax as salon owners if you're doing things correctly as you should. The second thing I wish I had realized is that when you become a salon owner, your identity changes. And that's not easy for most people. At first you go in and you're like, I'm a hairstylist and I open the salon. But no, the reality is you now are the chief executive officer of your business. You are the CEO. I used to involve my team in all of the decisions I needed to make for my business. You can't do that as a CEO. The reason being is they are not in your shoes. They don't see your profit and loss report. They don't know the overhead, what goes into the business, and what makes sense as a business owner to sustain profitability, to make sure that your stylists have their dream salon that they can work out of. Make sure that you are making the decisions and you are consulting with those that have run successful businesses before you. The third thing, and this does have to do with being the CEO, is being able to hold people accountable and not care about being liked, but being respected. Here's the thing. If you are a people pleaser and you're a salon owner, that is going to transpire into your business. When that happens, you're not going to be in control of your business anymore. So you have to hold people accountable and hire the right people. 99% of people will not be the right fit for your salon. So you have to have a clear vision on the type of people you want in your salon. Training costs and building a stylist up are going to eat your bottom line for years to come. Think about how many hours and how much the investment will be to train a new stylist and then them leave the industry a year later because it's not a good fit. And that's the reality, right? Because 5% of the industry stays licensed. You don't want to be like me, where I was working 70, 80 hours a week doing hair for the first year and running my salon. If the systems aren't in place from the get-go, I promise that you will get burnt out as a hair salon owner. So you have to switch those gears into the CEO hat, go less behind the chair, hire stylists that align with you, and make sure that you fall in love with numbers, budgets, and being a CEO, not just a hairstylist. And that's how you will succeed just from the beginning.
That you can, that was how I felt at my salon. It's so funny. I was just telling this story to a good friend of mine last night about like how I was really a people pleaser. And my ex was like, You need to let this person go. You need to let these two people go because you can't afford them. But I just didn't want to let them go. And you concerned about how people see you and all those different things. That was the first one of my biggest mistakes. And I'll tell anybody, don't people please. You always have to put yourself first, not just in your personal life, but also when you're talking about business and stuff like that. That lady made some really great points. And the other thing was that I hated the business side. And a lot of us in the beauty world, hairstylists, especially the Black community, we don't really want, we can master the operations, but we don't want to deal with the business. I can talk to, I know 5 hairstylists right now that don't pay no quarterly taxes. Now I did pay my quarterly taxes. They don't even know what that is. So you know what I mean? But it's good to get the exposure and to understand. And I want you to kind of expound more on what the young lady was just talking about.
Honey, honey, honey. This is a main reason why our businesses fail. We don't pay any taxes. We don't pay into Social Security. We don't put into a 401k plan. And if you're the only one in your salon, your business is going to fail, bottom line. Because when you're sick, there's no other income coming in, right? You're the only one that's producing income. So if you decide to take off work every 2 weeks or whatever, that's just no money coming in, but you still have to pay rent because your rent does not stop because you decide to go on vacation. Okay. Right. Your rent doesn't stop because you got sick. It doesn't stop because your child is sick. It does not stop for life crisis and issues. It just does not. And the young lady's right. If you don't have a structured plan when you open your business, it's gonna fail. If you're the only one, baby, you need to just go work for somebody else.
Right.
Or work in the salon with someone else because it pays to be the boss. And when you paying to be the boss, you're not making no money. It's all just fluff. It's all just to say, girl, I got this shop, child. I'm gonna stay right here. And then after a while you get tired and you just say, you know what? I can't fake the funk no more. And you just give in because you're going to have to pay the rent. You're going to have to pay it. You're going to have to pay the water, whether you're there or not. You're going to have to pay the utilities, whether you're there or not. So it's like, there's no off day when you have a business. There is no day off.
Right.
And there's no day off.
Mm-hmm. I love the fact that you said Social Security. I guarantee you, they were like, wait, we got to pay Social. You got to pay Social Security.
What's that?
Dumb people don't listen.
Yes, honey.
Y'all be thinking y'all talking about I'm a boss chick or you a boss if you want to. You got stuff that you have to pay to run the business. Don said Social Security. I said, wait, what?
Yeah.
You know, if you don't Jay said Jayla. Okay. And
yes, I remember
Jayla. Hey, Keisha in the house. So
Keisha in the building. Hey, Keisha. Kind of chilly.
Yeah. These are good
you can see the change in the weather already.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah, honey. Yeah, I see you with the zebra stripes though. You still putting it together, honey, huh? Cold and all. But I was I was just saying that.
I'm gonna keep this headscarf on. Now my ears be cold.
Yeah, I'm gonna go wrap up in my blanket, y'all, in a little bit. But I was gonna say that these are really important things. A lot of you have never. It is important to invest in yourself, invest in your business, not just going to see the latest hairstyle or the products that they have, but you also should be investing in. And they have small business. They have so many free courses for just anyone when it comes to business, any kind of skills they have. Hairstylists, they have this. And this is why, let me tell you what I did. I set it up this way so they can see a salon owner, so they can understand the significance, because a lot of people, especially our people, like, oh, I want to be giving nobody 50% of my money, or no 40% of my money. I make 2,000 and you getting such. All right.
Right.
I'm
Right.
glad you feel that way. Let me go ahead.
Right.
Let me go ahead real quick and break it down, because we talked about this last week. But for those of you that are like, I needed you to hear what a salon owner actually goes through. Like, I'm not going to consult with you because you don't have the skill set. I'm the bottom line. That's what the lady is telling you. So salon owners, you be thinking like they living it up or whatever. Like Don say, if you don't pay your booth rent, she got to pay the light, the water. She got to pay for that establishment to run. So you get to say, hey, I ain't got the booth rent, I ain't making no money, and you could just walk off and leave. But that person is held accountable. So for me personally, I prefer the commission-based salon. I don't knock the booth rent. And I know some people do both. Yeah. It's a personal decision.
The booth rent gonna keep you on this what they call it, how the hamsters on the wheel like this.
Yeah.
No successful salon runs off of booth rent. Booth rent is like the what do you call it? The salon suite. Okay, everything is in there. The person that actually owns the salon suite is the one that's making the money, because you can chop that up into so many different spaces, right? And then you rent it out. So the person that actually owns the salon suite is the person that's making the money. The person that owns the salon is not making any money if they have all their people on booth rent. Let's just say I have a 4-chair salon and my stylists are paying $250 a week or $200 a week for booth rent. That's 400. That's that's 4 booth renters at what? So that's like $800 times 4. That's $3,200, right? And the space is $2,500, right? If you're in a nice space, the minimum is $2,500 or $2,000 a month, right? Then you have your CAM fee, common area maintenance, which is like the damn HOA fee that they fucking give you, right? So that's like 100 and something X dollars a month, plus your lights, plus your water, plus all your janitorial things that you need. That does not include the cleaning of the place, because you have to have a professional cleaner, or you're going to clean the place yourself, or you're asking the staff to clean the place, which I think is wrong. I don't think as an owner you should incorporate your staff to clean the salon. You need to hire a cleaning company to clean the salon, or you clean the salon yourself. But when you commission your staff to clean the salon, that means that they are your employees, and you need to be paying all their taxes and fees and all the shit that goes along with having them as an employee. So a lot of times this is a really fine line between employee / independent contractor, because as an independent contractor, I'm cleaning my common area, which means I sweep up and I wipe down my common area. That's it. I clean and sanitize my little common area, not the whole salon. So now if you have a salon owner that says, look, I'm not cleaning up this place. So that's why a lot of people went into the salon suites, because the salon owners weren't investing back into the salons, right? They buy their stuff, and then the other stylists come in there and steal and use all their stuff. So now you know all the issues that we would have back in the day in the salon. So a lot of challenges led up to people having the salon suites. But a commission-based salon is set up for the win.
Right.
That is a real investment. So if you're not set up as a commission-based salon, what's the point? Because you're not going to make any money.
I'm gonna be honest too. It's a certain level that I know y'all don't want to hear it. It's low vibration.
Yes.
It's low vibration, and you will understand. And I remember going into when I started out, I was in a booth rent situation, and I was in the hood, and I learned my best skills, sewing in and all that stuff. I learned from the best, right? But then when my shift was over at 3, I would go to Regis in the mall. And that's not even like a high-end situation. And I could tell automatically the difference by itself. So I want to point this out. Here's another one we're gonna go with. And that then after this one, we're gonna show you how to Black and Caucasian or whatnot, how they're making their money. Okay, here we go.
Let's talk about how commission stylists get paid versus how independent stylists get paid. You might think that independent stylists make way more money than commission stylists, but I'm here to tell you that that's not always true. Let me break this down for you. When you're a commission employee, you agree on a commission percentage that you will get paid for every service that you do. Average being between 40 and 50%. Let's go with 50% to keep it simple. Let's say you generated $2,000 for a 2-week pay period. Your commission on that would be $1,000, but then taxes are removed and then you get your paycheck. So let's assume that 20% comes out for taxes. Your paycheck is now $800. An independent stylist will take in $2,000 for that pay period, but they have to pay rent and buy supplies. Let's say their rent is $275 a week, and they spend roughly $125 a week on supplies. After their expenses, they've only brought in $1,200, and then they still have to set money aside for taxes. So at a 20% tax rate, their income goes down to $960. So there's about a $160 difference between the booth rent stylist and the commission stylist. But the booth rent stylist doesn't get all the same amenities as a commission stylist. The booth rent stylist also has to book their own clients, order their own color. If they aren't booked with clients, there is no base pay to fall back on, and they still owe rent. Whereas a commission stylist only sees 50% of their income, but they also have those extra amenities that they don't have to worry about. And legally, they have to be paid a base hourly rate if they don't make it in commission. There are definitely monetary benefits to booth running, but I think the biggest benefit is the flexibility, the ability to make your own schedule, make your own prices, only offer services that you want to do. But it's not a guarantee that you're going to make a lot more money. The possibility is there, but it takes a lot of work and organization. So if you're a commission stylist and you feel like your salon owner is stealing money from you, they're not, if they're doing everything fair and legally. So where's that other 50% going? To everything that you don't have to pay for. Everything that the salon needs to keep its doors open. Overhead, products, education, employee taxes, front desk help, all the things that you don't have to think about. Just wanted to put a little bit of perspective out there for both situations.
You know, you don't think about those things. She mentioned all that, and I liked at the end when she talked about you got to think about marketing as well. And a lot of us are like, oh, just keep posting, or you'll say, you know, black hairstyles, you say keep posting, or you know, it's going to be by word of mouth. It's word of mouth about what you're doing in particular. You know what I mean? A lot of you now, the word of mouth is she slay hair, she can sleek the hair down, or those different, it's a lot of that you may see. And this is a key point. I'm glad that the young lady brought it out, and then Don brought it out as well. Your taxes and things like that, it makes a difference. So you're not a real boss unless you got employees. I just want to put that out there, because I was like, I don't like, what's up with these? I'm bossy. What is you bossing? All right, so I'm gonna go to the next one, and I'm trying to see this. Yeah, they be like, they love to say that. I be like, yeah, girl, if you don't have a seat, is this her? Hold on.
Here's how I made over $30,000 in 1 week as a hairstylist in a slow week. My first client was a travel client. She cooked for me. Her total was $6,000, and I forgot to get a picture of it afterwards, but that's the before. My next client got a smoothing treatment and install for $4,935. My next client got an install and smoothing treatment for $4,880. Prices vary depending on length and also the density of the hair that you get. My next client got an install for $4,900. As you can see, my K-tip installs are very invisible, very flawless, very seamless. My next client got an install in color for $4,000. I actually undercharged her on accident because I was tired and I just was messing up my numbers that day. But it would have been more than that. But yeah, she paid $4,000. I love the outcome of this. And then my last client paid a little over $5,000 with her install, plus her tip that she gave me. So sweet. If you want to learn this technique, book my class. Also follow for more.
Don, I know you can attest to that as well. I absolutely love this new setup. You're able to stream videos. I love it too, Keisha, because it's different when you're talking about it, and it's another thing when you can, like, when we put it where you can see it and it's actually helping. You hearing us talk about it, it's like, okay, yeah. We got to make it as interesting as possible. But now you get to see we're not lying. Like there are hairstylists. That's a black hairstylist. She's traveling. She's a travel hairstylist, right, Don?
Yes.
Travel hairstylist. Do y'all see? She not coming. She don't want to come into the salons,
right?
And be haggling with talking about a quick weave. That's what I'm telling you, like a quick weave. I don't want to do no quick weave, and then y'all complain about $100, $120. I'm like, this what she's doing. This is what Don and I. These are the numbers that we're talking about. This is really not all of us think like a lot of the hair salons y'all go to. Not all of us. A lot of us are very professional. Understand, and you see how she talked about the numbers. She didn't flinch. This is what it is. They flying her. She's going to those different spots or whatever. And that is really, really, really important to say. And I love the fact that she still kept it discreet where you didn't, some of them wanted to be seen, some of them did not want to be seen. But the ones that wanted to be seen, you see how proud that was? They were when she said this was $4,900 and they were saying this cheesing, a black woman. So there is another world out there that don't have that low vibration, that ignorant mindset of everybody not walking around looking like twins. Some people wanted color, some people wanted smoothing treatment. Everybody got their own thing. Hair looks beautiful, flawless. There is a whole world of black hairstylists that are very successful. That young lady made $30K that month. Was it that month or was it between? I think it's between August. I think it was between August 18th and August 24th. Something like that. It was last year. That's a regular for her. So for those of you, this is for my clients too. No shade or whatever. If you are one of those ones that complain and you have a problem with spending the money, that's okay. There is a hairstylist for you. But what you should not do is knock the hairstylist that has all of those qualities. She not showing up to those people things late. She don't have no bonnet on her head. She not dragging her feet. She was well put together. She was professional, and she understands she's charging them a certain amount of money. You're not going to hear, you didn't hear no attitude. She was happy. That's how you are. You're happy. You enjoy your clients. You have relationship with your clients. So I just wanted to put that out there. And I love the fact that she was a black girl. And it's many of us out there that's doing that. Don, you want to add on to it or?
We mirror what we admire. So you have people that say to themselves, I'm worth it. I am worth $4,900, right?
Right.
They're not concerned about the price because they're gonna find the money and that's what they want. That's what they see that's where their value is. That's where they're worth, they feel like they're worth that. Sometimes they may not be paying for it. Somebody else may pay for it. It doesn't matter, but they see the value in it. And I remember when I used to be so afraid to raise my prices because they were like, girl, you're going to lose all your clients because we stayed so busy because we were at a certain price point. But I was so tired and burnt out. And it was always the clients that complained the most were the ones with that low ball. And so I was like, how you in that space where you just like, I don't know what to do. I'm afraid to lose the clients, but I need to go up because it's just too much. And I went and took a class, and those people, they gave me the breakdown on what I should be charging based on my classes that I had taken. You know what I mean? Because when you come out of beauty school, you have to take a series of classes to sharpen or develop your skill set, like hair cutting. You don't come out of beauty school learning how to cut. You may know the foundation and the fundamentals of cutting, but you have to elevate. Like it's the cosmetology is the skill set that which requires constant elevation. So that's how you can always see some people, they kind of like fall off. They be like, oh girl, I'm just tired, because you're gonna have to evolve. This
Yes.
you know, is not no I'm gonna just do this and stay right there. You can with the roller sets, you know what I mean? But you're gonna
Hey, I'm gonna say, did you notice nobody had hair loss? Did you
right,
notice that? No, she was just
right.
doing hair. Nobody was experiencing hair loss. She was using top. I guarantee you, she was using creme de la creme products, because that is what you do. Because that client is getting
Yes.
that kind of. We not doing no over the. We not going to the corner store for the product.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? It is a high vibration, and then not
Mm-hmm.
only that, it is everybody's. It's a healthy cycle. Everybody's happy.
Yes.
Clients
Yes.
happy. They got
Yes.
hair care. They got the style that they want, and they was wearing extensions. Some of them was
Mm-hmm.
wearing extensions. But they were happy. Some got
Yes.
color, and guess what? No edges was gone. They didn't have the fallback edges. They did not
I didn't
have
see
hair
any
loss.
damaged hair.
Not
I
one.
did not see any damaged hair. I saw some beautiful hair. I
Come
really
on.
did. The extensions were nice. The install, I'm like, what install? I need to blow this up so I can see like where, and that's how your installs should look. They should look
Right.
as if they are
Natural.
coming directly out of your scalp. You should
Right.
never be able to tell that you are wearing extensions. And we all know extensions are a luxury item.
Right.
So when you're like to be honest, when you're at $400 for extensions, that is a low vibration cost. Please understand. If you're it's like, even if you're getting like a couple tracks, extensions have always been a luxury items. That's why the poor gravitate to such styles, like the synthetic hair with the long synthetic hair. If you
Right.
notice the certain economic bracket, they know it's a luxury style, but they know they can't afford it, so they go to the cheaper version, which
Right.
looks like the cheaper
It
version
looked like
of.
it.
Right. And I
It-
learned that in beauty school, that there are different levels to beauty. There's really different levels to this, and you can see it. You can see the economic brackets, because when you go and you visit the spas and your more elite
Mhm.
beauty treatment areas, you know what
Yes.
I mean? Like, they are the high vibration is a sense of quality.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Environment.
very quiet, it's very
Mm-hmm.
chic, it's very private. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
the price point it is another level. It's very when you start calling off prices, you just be like, oh, okay.
Right. And you know what else, Don? When you're in those arenas,
Mm-hmm.
it you gonna sharpen your skills, because you
Right.
with the best of the best. Like I like
Absolutely.
it was a salon here in Pinecrest that I worked.
Mm-hmm.
Don, when I tell you, you had to come with it, you had to come
Yes.
with it. We had 24 hairstylists in that salon. It was a million
Mm.
dollar salon, and you got people from Brazil, Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just, and guess who? Well, guess what, y'all? I was the only black girl. So I
Mm-hmm.
really had to sharpen my skills, because I had to do color. I was terrified of color. Even though I understood the foundation of color, I still was terrified. But when you're in that arena, the people, when they see you trying, they see you want it, they be like, Lee, come over here. I'm doing a balayage and da 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 da. And you learn. And
Right.
that is the difference. That's why when I came back to Miami and I saw this, you don't even wash hair. That's crazy. When I
Yeah.
see, I'm gonna talk about the barbershop. When you go into the salons, and Don can attest to this, the junior hairstylist, this was way back, the junior hairstylist, men haircut start at $40. Start
Mm-hmm.
at 40.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Haircuts can go as high as $400, even more.
Absolutely.
And when I hear our community, oh, he went up on, I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? You understand what I'm saying? You know what
Yeah.
you get out of that. So now you have the barbers that are showing like, hey, when you come to me, was it worth 400? They steam in the face, they doing all. But that is a normal thing that when you go into the salons, when it's come to men hair, Hispanic men, Caucasian men, they love us. They gonna get their massage. They done came from a long day. Them men be falling asleep in the sink after we. But sometimes we do what both. You do a shampoo before and you do a shampoo after. Make sure you get all the stuff out. Kind of blow dry real quick. Put your little products in there. But everything in the salons that I have been in, top notch, top notch, top notch. They don't even know Sally's like that. They're like, oh my God, what if they do know Sally's to get the foil? And they don't even want the foil. They want the special kind of foil with the different colors so they can know what if they doing dimensional color. They got the different things in there. It's a different world. It's a different world, y'all. Okay. So I said that. So Keisha said, at what point you both shifted from one type of clientele to a higher tier of clientele? That's a good question. I kind of did.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Go ahead, Lee.
Yeah, I want some water.
When the shift came, I just came back and I just started implementing the new price point. I mentioned it to the clients and I told them starting next year, there's going to be an increase in price. And one of my clients was like, when you go up, I'm leaving. I'm like, okay. And she left, you know. But at that time there were other stylists, it was a lot of us around. So she left. But for the ones that left, it's like I didn't lose anything because the new set that came in that was paying the price point, it was less work, less stress, I picked up a whole different clientele and they began to pass my name around because I was providing quality service. So when I began to focus more on providing quality service as opposed to the price, I learned to perfect the skill set. Really be able to analyze their hair, give them real results. You know what I'm saying? I was doing things that other stylists weren't doing in my area. I increased my value, so I passed that value on to my clients. So they appreciated that. They had no issue with that because they weren't getting it elsewhere. So it just began to flourish and it continued to grow from that point on as I increased my value in me.
I think for me, it probably was around the third or fourth year of my career as a cosmetologist because I always kept saying I had the mindset of don't create bad habits, create only good habits. And my mindset was I did not want to just be the regular Black hairstylist that's stunting in front. And y'all hear me say this all the time. They driving a nice car, but they're renting. They don't really have a business, even though it looks like they have a business. They're making all this money, but we don't have education or knowledge. So I knew I didn't want to be. I knew I didn't want to be a booth renter. I knew that, and one of the things where I saw the shift was when I was at Miss Patty Shear Elegance in Orlando, Florida, and I was at Regis. And even though Regis was in the mall, I can tell the difference just in the environment alone. And I knew I wanted to be more in that environment where it's peaceful and where it's like you just flowing and everybody, you telling them the price, you're not really worried about it. So I already knew that. But I still love the hood. Now I still love coming in the morning. Hey, talking about the Lord and all. I still love that part, but I understood that was my purpose was to elevate, to continue to go because, and to do better things because that's not where we limit ourselves. And I knew I had to be an example for other Black hairstylists that we're not just doing that. And so that was the key thing. And the next one was when I went to Hair Club for Men. That set it off. When people tip you $200, a $200 tip and stuff. When I saw that, when I saw the level of the people that's walking in there, I was like, oh, I could never go back to that now. And when I went to North Carolina and I worked at Hair Club and I still worked at my friend's hair salon, what I did when I came in there, I understood my purpose and I said, let's make this a hair extension, hair replacement salon. Like we'll still do the color, we'll still do the relaxers or whatever, but let's I start showing her skills or whatever and say, we're gonna take this salon and we're gonna bring it up because I wanted that. I never got it. I wanted to see a Black $1 Million salon, and I saw that with Kim Kimball. So that was the shift. But I knew I would never be I love my people, and I love doing our hair. But I knew I was not going to allow my people or the people that I grew up with or whatever to limit me to the whole booth rent and the whole, you know, the $65 quick weave. At that time it was $65. I was like, I knew that. All right, Dawn, do we have time for a couple more, or do you got to go?
Yeah. Okay. Keep going till they fly in, girlfriend.
I hope you guys are enjoying this. All right. I hope y'all enjoying this. That was my thing right there. So I'm gonna let you see another one. Hold on. And this is like to give you education. This is a brother.
Dear hairstylists, here are 3 money-making hair color services that every hairdresser should have in their game, but that are not high lift blonde, color correction, or bright fashion colors. Now, I love doing those looks just like every other hairdresser in the world, but the reality is those aren't clients that come in every day in every salon. You have to be a special kind of hairdresser that all of your clients are color correction, all of your clients are high lift blonde, all of your colors are fashion colors like pinks and blues and reds. Most of the time, those are unique specialty every now and then clients. But here are 3 that can come in every day. Number 1, gray coverage. I know somebody's saying, Ray, that's not really color. Yes, it is. And those that know, they know. The gray coverage client or gray coloring client could be a year, 5 years, sometimes an entire decade. And not just your senior citizens that are all silver that want to cover or color. I'm talking about 30 years old, late 20s. 40s, early 50s that are not ready to embrace their silver hair. They are willing to get dark brown, chocolates, plums, deep shades that are demi-permanent for years, putting a major upgrade on your blowouts, your short hair, your natural styles, all of your base services. Number 2, single process or all over one shade. This is a service that's attractive to your natural girlies. Your short hair tapers, your diva cuts, your flexi rod, your twist out, your natural curlies, your locks. They love single process, plum, chocolate, copper, red, deep espresso, of course your blondes, but pretty much any shade that's in a swatch book, single process can be a major triple-digit upgrade to any service in your salon. Number 3, half head highlights or full head highlights, but certainly half head. There's plenty clients that come in, your corporate girlies, your teachers, your nurses, your doctors that want hair color but are a little timid when it comes to high lift blondes. They don't want really rich fashion colors, and single process might not be their thing. They maybe want dimension. That's when your highlights come in. Your foils or your hand-painted highlights. Share that option to your 25 fresh out of college, your mom that's graduating a senior in high school that's 40-something but still walking around like she's 29. Search my tribe membership under the term flavor foils that shows you how to use the verbiage of flavors like butterscotch or cognac or apricot or paprika or chocolate, where you know the shade in your head, but you can give them 2 or 3 different shades inside of their blowout, inside of their curls, inside of their short look with flavor foils. Guys, that's an extra 150, 200 plus on every time you do that. And that's a client that can be a everyday client in your salon, no matter where you live at in the world.
Brother is absolutely right.
Yes.
That's some good videos, Lee.
Thank you. I was like,
you doing some homework, girlfriend.
I had to channel Dawn. I was like, let me channel Dawn. And what she, because you know, we be having our talks and stuff, and I'm like, what is it that Dawn wants to express? And these to be honest, these are the videos that I actually love. This is stuff that I like. You know what I mean? All that.
This is really good.
Yeah, because it's other videos that I could have put on, but I wanted this live to be more focused on. We already know how raggedy stuff is. We done
Yeah.
pointed that out, and we're gonna keep pointing that out. Now, don't think that because we did this, we done. No. We're gonna still point that out, y'all, with the 10 commandments. And when you come in the salon to your clients, y'all be acting like the clients, the ops. These clients can give you money, but it's a lot of times because we don't. One thing I have learned about people just across the board, especially in the churches, when they don't understand something, you know, the first thing they say, "Oh, the child, that's the devil." I'm like,
Yeah.
"What's the devil?" Oh, the Holy Spirit. No, the Holy Spirit ain't tell you that.
Right.
That person is just different. We don't try to get to understand processes. We don't try to get to understand other people's world. We don't try to get to understand. If we don't understand it, the first thing we do, we buck and we become negative. And then we limit. Again, that limitation comes in because you're afraid to learn something different. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm praying that these videos, I got one more video I'm gonna show y'all about a colorist and what they make. I pray that this live really helps a lot of you. You're in the comfort of your home, so no one knows what you're struggling with or whatever. But I'm gonna say this to the clients, to your clients, and to the hairstylists, that a lot of the drama, a lot of this, the way we carry on, and the unprofessionalism and all those different things, we're perishing because we lack knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it comes to. Instead of us understanding and saying, "Hey, I need some classes." It's a lot of licensed cosmetologists, because I saw a young lady say, "Oh, y'all stop teaching people because you are not licensed." And I'm being, you'll hear me say you're not licensed, but it's a lot of licensed cosmetologists that don't do continuing education. They think that they know it all. They think that they got it down packed, and you need it. And that just the fact of, like we were explaining, when you go into a commission-based salon, you heard that young lady said education. They off the bat, you have to. You don't just come in and be like, "Oh, I don't want to do no class." No. If you join this, you got to be willing to learn. You got to be willing to continue to learn. And when you get into the salon suites, when you get into those black salons, I went into a black salon where it went Dawn. I'll never forget this. I think I was in the Carolinas when I first got there. And I went in there and I was like, "Hey, do y'all do color?" And the women was like, it was about 5 of them. And they were old. They was up in age. They was like in their 50s, 60s. And they were like, "Oh, you want to rinse?" That thing hurt me. I said, "Dang it." I said, "No, I want to know because I want to recommend somebody and they need a double process." They said, "What's a double process?"
Mm.
And that was like 15 years ago. So we got licensed cosmetologists who don't have the education, who are limiting themselves. And I'm just hoping that this video helps a lot of you guys. We know we're going to have some spinoffs. Y'all coming to get the content and trying to make it your own, as if you know what I'm saying. We like that. That's okay. We like that. Dawn, we like that.
Yes, honey.
We see you,
Shows
honey.
you
We
paying
see you.
attention. Paying
Pay
attention.
attention, honey. Pay attention.
Yeah.
This is the
They
last
taking
one.
notes. They taking notes.
That's all right. Take notes. Let me see real quick before I do that one. Keisha said, "This is helping me just with mindset." So Coach Lee and Coach Don, keep addressing this. Keep addressing this because, hold on. Faith comes by hearing. So thank you. Oh, praise God. That's good. That's what's up. And that's the mindset that we need to have. But a lot of us, that's why I'm hoping for that, because they're like, "Oh, chat." I know they was looking at that. Oh, she lied. Ain't nobody paying her $4,900. They paying $4,900. They not even flipping, honey. I promise y'all. Okay, here go the last one.
You still doing?
I had to stop it because it got music on. Last week, our video, if it got music, they ban it.
Oh,
Yes, they banned it. I'm like, "Oh man, that was a really, really good one." But y'all understand what we was talking about. I pray that the videos that we have, I want to show the colors, but that hair colorist, she did 3 hair colors, And that one day she made $1,400, and I think it was like 70 something dollars that she made on one day. And that was a light day. So for a lot of you ladies that are, especially my black hairstylists or whatever, it is more to a hairstylist than just hair treatments and trimming ends that y'all be arguing about. It is more the hair extensions. There's no way. I'm talking to the hairstylist now. Charge what you're supposed to charge. If you are spending hours and hours on someone's hair like that, you should not be charging no 120. Quick weaves are no longer quick weaves, because quick weaves are taking just as long as installations if you really pay attention. Huh?
Those styles are low vibration hairstyles. So
Yes.
you have to be mindful of the type of, style is not saying that it's bad. It's just is, because the person that's getting a quick weave is not the
Child.
person that gives a damn about their hair. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? They want something. I just want this in for this particular style, this particular event, and or whatever. It's just that, a quick weave. Like
Right.
it's unfortunately they leave it in for long term. They leave it past. Well, a quick weave is just that. It's only for a short period of time. Just put this on for a particular look, event, and I'm off with it. It was never intended to be a prolonged wear. And a lot of times we do that. Give me a hairstyle that's gonna last a month. Ma'am, what are you saying? What are you asking for? That's ridiculous. There's no hairstyle that lasts a month. So when someone says that to you, that should be a clear indication that something is wrong with them. They are not making a realistic connection between fiction and nonfiction.
Right.
Okay. And a lot of times we just be like, okay, well, I'm gonna give you this and this should last a month. No hairstyle. No hairstyle. And I had to go to school I had to take a continued education class to address this issue, because my clients was asking me for styles that last a week, 2 weeks, a month. They were asking for these type of styles, and I became frustrated because I'm like, you told me this was gonna last, and this ain't last. You tell the client, oh well, this is gonna last 2 weeks. So I had to take a class, and someone told me, why would you tell the client that's gonna last? That's not realistic.
But
Right?
Don, let me tell you part of your frustration. Hair care.
Right.
Hair care. You're telling me don't care for your hair.
Right.
That's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I saw a video, and I was gonna put it where the lady was like, she was showing the lady hair, and she had put a weave in it. I think it was a quick weave, and she said it lasted her 3 months. And I was like, she had done took the tracks off, and the hair was still on, and she was like, and then she showed how she took the hair out, and it had shedding and this and that. And I said, you are a licensed hairstylist. You think 3 months of that young lady, all the stocking cap got all the shell on it and everything? I was like, you really think that that's normal?
Right.
You think it's normal for you? And I made this point because they going on this lady, the 717 lady, which the lady did a horrible consultation. She was being real dramatic and unprofessional, telling the lady, I'm a buzz cut your hair or whatever. So all these people like, oh, I wouldn't go to her, and all these women making videos. And I had to go in there and say, because they're like, she wanted to cut off all her. That lady did need a haircut. She needed it really low. You know why? Because for 15 years, she never trimmed her ends. That's one. Number two, she used hair at home hair color, which we know has the box colors, has a lot of metallic metal.
Right.
So yes, her hair, what the lady was telling her, she was correct. It was just the delivery of it. You understand what I'm saying? And so I'm telling y'all, we need y'all need continuing education class. I know y'all gonna do these videos on it because beauty pioneers, we be on it, y'all. But you need continuing education classes. And if you are a hairstylist and you don't want to get licensed, that's okay. But
What?
no, I'm gonna tell you why I say it's okay. Just stop doing hair. Either stop doing hair or just find your little tribe who they don't care about their hair either, and they found what coming to look for us 2 years down the line when they got all these bald spots in their hair. You stay over there. Don't be on TikTok giving advice, making up names. I am a, what the lady said? I said, what? Honey, are you a licensed cosmetologist? And there's another one. I'm a master, what she said, a master technical technician. I said, y'all, ma'am, please. Yeah,
on TikTok. I need to get on TikTok because TikTok seems to be hilarious.
You TikTok. You will be Don. I be like, Lethal, go to bed. You gotta get up early in the morning. Don, I'm like, I like one more video. I be like, I'll be in a Don laughing at these
oh
videos.
my goodness.
I was like, Don, that's like your entertainment. Now your husband might get mad. He's gonna be like, now Don, because I'm telling you, it's addictive because you just be looking at, and they be giving advice. They be like, okay, and this is my client's hair, and I'm looking like. That lady said that thing like she was doing an excellent 3 months. She was bragging about 3 months of no hair care. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Everybody was in the thing talking about, ooh, 3 months. And you think that my hair is growing and this and that. And when I looked at that lady hair, it was so weak. Mm-hmm. It was weak. It was brittle. It was dry. It was so many things, you know what I'm saying? And so we got to understand that at the 2 week, Keisha say at the 2 week mark, no, Keisha, I can't mute the music. Yeah, so we would have had a lot of views, but we didn't get a lot of views because I had music on the videos, Dawn. So I videos where it's no music. Yeah. So at the 2 week mark, my scalp gets really irritated. So I have to keep it shampooed. You said wash, but yeah, you have to keep it shampooed. Yes, you should be washing your hair. This is what I said on the comments because they was going in on a lady, and I'm like, y'all, we doing too much. That y'all was going on that. No one have highlighted the fact that the lady had not had a hair trim in 15 years. You think that's normal? So that let me know you don't really wash your hair. So you don't really do the maintenance of it. And the lady was like, just telling us she was being too dramatic. But the point that I had to say, please stop thinking that one hair treatment, because they love that. They done had the weave in for 3 to 6 months. Okay, use the hand gestures. Okay, I'll do that later. They done had the weave in for 3 to 6 months. Then they said, then the hairstylist, I did a treatment. Oh, and look at it now. And I'm like, you think one treatment did something and you're going to tie the hair back down again? Oh, and here's a special oil that grow your hair. And let me tell y'all something too. If the young lady is 22, if the young lady is 27 or whatever, the hair is growing. Some people, the hair just grows like that. That doesn't mean that's going to be for you. I put this oil on and we good. No. And so people are in the thing like, oh, girl, but you're a hairstylist and you're bragging about that. And that woman thinking like, my hair just going to grow. They looking at Cardi B hair down her back. First of all, Cardi B is Dominican. Secondly, you have to put in, I don't know, tell my, what you trying to say? Black people? Yeah, I know a lot of black people that got long hair. My daughter have long hair. But at the end of the day, all of us don't have the same DNA. Cardi B, Beyonce, all these celebs that y'all talking about something, she coming out with a product line. If you don't take care of your hair, it will not look like Cardi B. Cardi B take the wigs and the weaves off. She is performing. She take those wigs and those weaves off and she takes care of her hair. Don't you see how often y'all see her daughter and her son getting their hair washed and braided down and all that? You know why? Because she understands every week or every 2 weeks, I got to make sure my kids' hair, if she making sure her children's hair is on point, what you think she's doing with her own hair? That's why it's long and beautiful, because she's taking care of her hair. You guys who are going for 3 months, it will never be looking like no Cardi B. It may get long like Cardi B, but I'm telling you, 80% of that gonna have to be cut off because you don't want to trim your ends, and when you flat iron it, you're gonna see straight through your hair to the shirt that you're wearing. I had to tell him stop and tell myself all she needed was a treatment. It did not look like it was damaged. It was damaged. You seen it split all done. It was like all up, even though it looked thick. You could see all of the hair wasn't even laying. It wouldn't lay because it was damaged. And I'm like, y'all not even hairstylists, and y'all, you don't even do hair, but you making a whole video about this, and you won't. That's the problem with our community. You don't hold people accountable. You got to hold the client accountable for walking around like that, and we hold y'all accountable. You should not be going around for a month and not shampoo your hair.
Right.
But honey, if you like it, I love it. Last but not least, Dawn, don't do it. What Dawn? What she talking about? Keisha, what she talking about? Dawn, don't do it. Wait, yeah. She said, Dawn, don't do it. LOL. What you did, Dawn?
I don't know.
Keisha say TikTok be giving out advice like it's 6 gospel.
She was telling me don't go get on TikTok.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don, you would love TikTok. When I tell you, love it. Oh, did you see the video I posted with the girl who they put quick weave on her? They put super glue on her quick weave.
No.
I'm gonna show that real quick, y'all.
What?
Don, I said, look at I be doing in whatchamacallit world.
When I tell you this is so messed up, this is so messed up. Somebody actually super glued her quick weave to her head. Imagine having a cap stuck to your head and it hurts to try to get it off. That's crazy. You just know your hair is gone. Oh my gosh. And the only way she can get this off of her head for real is acetone, oil, or conditioner and water. And she's gonna have to let the conditioner and water or the oil sit on her head in order to properly pull it off. This is crazy. How could a real stylist do anybody like this? Like, hair gone, that's it. Jesus Christ.
So where's the stylist?
Child, I wish I would. They ain't show that style. That style is somewhere with them $32 and going down the road, child. She don't win it. Don, wait, not. She said not super glue. Super glue. That's like, I'm telling y'all. We gonna keep doing what we gonna do. We gonna keep doing what we're gonna do.
Is it our job to deliver them from their ignorance?
Yes, and it's a lot of hairstylists and a lot of hairstylists. Y'all be with the fluff and my expertise skills, and you got these people around here. Y'all doing. Our community it's a distraction of just nonsense and stupidity. It's a distraction. Whereas you got them smart hairstylists that saying, "No, I'm gonna get the money. I'm gonna learn how to have a real business. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay. I got insurance. I have Social Security because a lot of us don't have spouses, right? So if you don't have a spouse, then you got to do what you got to do. Y'all not thinking like that. You're not thinking like that. And then that is where the problem comes with your clients and you clash a lot because you're not running your business correctly. You're frustrated with how things are running there. Now you got the client coming, you got the 10 commandments on the wall. They can't only use two pieces of tissue when they go to the bathroom. Leave the door crack open. I need you use the bathroom. You need to wash the whole bathroom. Don't bring your kids in here. One lady said they told her don't bring her bag. Her bag was too big to come into the girls' salon suite.
What?
Yes, I was like, Don, I'm telling you, that's why I love this streaming thing because we get to now it ain't no more talking. Now y'all can see what we say. We ain't lying. Ain't no lies. I can pull it. I can get the receipts on it now. Ain't no lying. I would have went straight to the emergency room. That was low down the devil's work. Yeah. And the devil's work. Yeah. You put some super glue on somebody's hair, and it's a lot of hairstylists that don't care. It's a lot of hairstylists. They don't. A lot of people. I had a good friend back in the days.
People that do hair.
Yes.
You have people that do hair, because hairstylists and cosmetologists and beauticians, that's 3 different levels right there. And hair artists and master stylists. There's everybody. If they could put on a wig, they a hairstylist, and you're not. You're just a wig installer.
Don, let me tell you the new thing that's coming on. And the girl, her work is really pretty. What she's doing now is they bleaching the hair and they putting the red on it, right? Mm-hmm. Or they putting purple on it. They putting the toner, mm-hmm. It look like it's prism. What's it? The prism colors that looks so out of the you know what I'm talking about? Like the color is so vivid and everything. I can't think of the name of it. Is it prism?
Yeah, you got prism. Mm-hmm.
So now they doing the.
I think prism's still around.
Yeah, it's the one in the silver tube. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the gray bottle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what she does is she does the finger waves, and then she take the liquid, and then she goes in between the finger waves with the color, and it's so pretty. Mm-hmm. It's really, really pretty. But I was like, that's a prime example of artistry. That's a prime example of hair design. That doesn't make them a cosmetologist. And I think a lot of clients need to pay attention and understand what's a cosmetologist and what's a hairstylist, the difference. What's a hair design? What's a hair braider? A hair braider is a hair braider. They don't do nothing. They shouldn't be doing anything. John, you can talk on that because you was a hair braider.
Yeah, hair braid is the Florida law. There's no more longer at a requirement, but when it was a requirement, hair braiders, they were only allowed to braid your hair, shampoo it and braid it. That's it. They weren't allowed to put any products in it or anything like that. They couldn't cut the hair or anything like that. They could only braid your natural hair. So then they came out and said, okay, well, we want to add extensions to the hair. So they was like, okay, that's called a hair wrapping license. So a hair wrapping license, that's when they came out with all these little specialty license that you would have to have, because you had a lot of stylists that wanted to get into the industry without going to cosmetology school, right? And that was their way in, by saying, oh no, I'm just doing natural hair. I'm not going to be doing any chemicals like that. I'm just braiding hair, or I'm just adding extensions to the hair. Why do I need a full-blown cosmetology license? So that's when all these types of different levels began to develop in the industry. So now you have the old school, of course, beautician, right? She's a beautician. That was the original name, right? And then you have, when our era, I'm a cosmetologist, right? Now it's a trichologist. And, yeah. And so you have all these different levels, and the trichology is actually the study of the scalp, right? And cosmetology is the beautification of the hair, nails, and skin, okay? You have to actually know that. And a cosmetologist, you can jump from hair to skin to nails, okay? Because it covers all 3. So the beautification of all 3. So some people be like, well, I just want to do hair. I don't need, I'm braiding hair. I'm not applying any chemicals. And the cosmetologist is like, well, why are you doing all that other stuff? If you know you only have a braider's license, why are you applying color? Why are you cutting her hair? Why are you putting gel and spritz and all these products on the hair? Because you're not licensed to do so. So it became so cumbersome to the state, for the state to try and decipher what's this, what's that, what we're gonna do, what we're gonna legalize. So they just did away with all these specialty licenses that were required for Florida.
Right.
So now it's just your cosmetology license, esthetician license, and they've done away with braider's license and I believe hair wrapping license.
Mhm.
So those are the only requirements. There is no wig maker making a certificate. You can take a class, but there's no licensing on that. And I really think that they should stick to the licensing of cosmetology, because people are playing too much with the chemicals.
Mhm.
We can see where they're going with the bleach. That's why all this damage is coming. All this hair loss and stuff is coming from unlicensed and licensed cosmetologists, just impatience, non-practice, no continued education, and they just bad practices with all this inflammation and hair loss, all these bad practices that have led us to where we are today in terms of all this hair loss in African American women.
I saw this lady had natural hair, and I said, this is the other thing. There's some bold people in the world. Like, Miami, it reminds me of Miami. Like, it don't matter what size you are, honey, somebody's walking around with a bikini on. They don't care.
Right.
They just confident and sexy, right? That's how the beauty world is. This girl, black girl, she had the thing, she relaxed the girl hair. The first thing I saw, I said, that's gonna be done. She put the relaxer, it was all natural, so it was a virgin relaxer. So you got to work the ends first, then get to the root. She started at the root and then pull it through. So of course, the first thing you noticed was the relaxer didn't take, because the person was complaining it was burning.
Right, of course.
Brush, and the way she was applying it with the brush, it was irritating the hair follicle. That was one problem. And she started at the front. That's another thing I didn't do when I did do relaxers. The last part is the front, because the front will take it fast. So you don't put relaxer towards the perimeter of the front of your hair. To me, that's just my whole take on it, right? Then she decided to do a cut. I said, Lord, I don't even know how to, because we can't teach you how to cut hair.
Right.
We teach you, to trim your ends, but cutting, Dawn, she cut that lady hair. When she finished, I said that lady went from Keisha to Miss Mildred all in one shot. Honey, when I tell you, Dawn, that's why I tell you, you get on TikTok. When I tell you, them ladies was lighting out them. Now I know you, they're like, I know you lying. We waited all the way around. That lady had a big part. That part looked like where Buskin parked the car at. She had a big part, and then she had that thing laying down, and she had grandma curls. She had tightened the curls up. The popcorn curl. Remember popcorn?
Yes, yes, with the net.
When I tell you, my sisters cut up on her, I said, precious. They were like, that lady went from Keisha to Miss Mildred, and she was greased down. Looked like she had just came from the church. She was all greased down from all the products. The products was
good night.
That's just like TikTok. Last year, veneers were a big thing, so they started handing out veneer certificates.
Yes.
Keisha, they started handing out veneer certificates. This is the world. But let me tell you, this is to the new hairstylists that's in the beauty world. Don't follow what y'all seeing on here. And there is a whole nother world of hairstylists that are millionaire hairstylists, that are six-figure hairstylists, that are making the income. I wanted y'all to see the colorists, because those are one of the big ones too. But there's so many avenues. That's why I posted those videos, because I wanted you to be able to see there's a sea of jobs, not jobs, or careers that you can do, and you can make good money, you can take care of your family and all those different things. But if you come into the beauty world where you try to cut corners, where you got a certificate in, I got a certificate in the lashes. I ain't knocking the lashes, but the certificate in lashes, whatever. I just be like, what? The girl called me. You want your lashes done? I do them for $200, and I got a certificate. From where?
Right.
Well, who is she? Well, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
never mind. I go to I do my research. So
Yeah.
you don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to do the hair where everybody got the same style, the sleek going back and the what you don't have to do that, because that's not real hair weaving, hair extensions, like Don was saying earlier. And I tell my clients that come to me, I said, listen, I don't do hair like that. I don't do helmet hairstyles. I don't do what they're doing. If you want a bob, it's going to be soft. It's going to be flowy. If you want curls, it's going to be soft. It's going to be nice. It's going to be healthy. They're going to wonder if you have extensions in your hair. That's important to me. That's really, really important to me, because I need you to wonder. But a lot of you think that, showing I got 5 bundles in my hair and all that stuff, it puts you in low vibration. And again, we already know how much you want to pay, how much you're going to pay, the highest or whatever. We already know you're not the client for a lot of hairstylists. I'm telling you, a lot of hairstylists don't even want to touch your hair. We like that y'all go down the street and go on over there and haggle with them people over that little bit of money, as we showed y'all. So what you say, not to Miss Mildred, I'm weak. Child, them folks were looking like Ed by the mouth from the Timu. From Timu. Child, I who that was. Somebody was making a joke telling us all they doing now is BBLs and teeth. I forgot what the guy said. He said he doing a package deal. I think it was Mike Epps. He's a mess. But anyway, guys, we are done.
I love Mike.
I love Mike Epps. He said, but yeah, they got the teeth now. They got the veneers and they. I said, this man is stupid. But Beauty Pioneers, we is back in full effect. We coming. We still doing. This is a whole series on we talking about the Black beauty world. And so we coming back at you with some more stuff next week. And we just want you guys to know that we are here because we want you guys to be better. Whether you're a hairstylist, whether you're a client, we're sick of seeing our community of women with hair loss and bad hair practice. You super gluing people's hair. The girl on the phone, she don't want to hang up the phone. She talking about, you could wash my hair with the phone on. All of that stuff like that. We can create salons just like everyone else, where it's spa-like and beautiful and serene and classy and posh. And there are a lot of salons like that. We don't get to see that because we get to see the negativity. But when I tell you, it's a lot of Black salons in cities, and they are doing the work. They are doing continuing education. They are showing up. They are early. They are booking you. You paying deposits, but you leave knowing that it was your money's worth. There are a lot of that going on, and that's what we're here to do, like expose both sides. We're going to expose the foolishness, but we're definitely going to expose. We got some great hairstylists, Black hairstylists, men and women, that are making the money. So don't believe the hype of what y'all see on the TikToks and all the negativity. It's a whole nother world that a lot of you have not even tapped into, have never been exposed to, but Beauty Pioneer is going to expose you to it all. All right. Don, any last words?
Uh-oh. Stay royal.
Girl, Keisha, Mr. Ed, the horse. We love y'all. We will see you next week, Sunday, same time, 7 p.m. Smooches, Don, don't eat too much. I'll see you soon. Love you.
Take care.
Bye.
Love y'all. Bye-bye.